Hey guys, just gonna do a quick video of some of the parts I've came in over like the past couple weeks. Kind of like a small update on like what I'm gonna be doing to the car before this summer / spring. A few not really secret plans, but just plans I haven't really like advertised a lot about. I talked to a couple guys in the group about mainly weight savings and the exhaust. I'm going to be going true dual, probably like a 3-inch. I'll get more into that, but for right now I'll show you the seat I bought. So I went with the it's the high back pro. They have a high back and a high back pro polyurethane racing seat on jegs.com. I bought this one because this is one of the lightest ones I could find. Some of the aluminum ones ran in like the 15 to like 20 pound range, but this one in particular just had kind of a wider base and just kind of had like more options as far as like mounting and stuff like that. And it's also extremely light. Like, I mean, you can just literally pick it up one-handed, one with 2 or 3 fingers, not even funny light. So the stock one I have, it's cloth, it's not leather, so I'm saving a little bit of weight in that. All the other seats at the track will be out anyway, so I'll literally just be running that racing seat for the front drivers, and that's it. So I'll be taking my interior from between 200 and 225 pounds to basically 18 after the mount. I do have the bracket. I had to order it special. It's from this place called Planted, and he actually makes seat brackets for like racing seats and different types of seats, and then it has the mount for the seat belt and then the mount for the buckle. So the way I'm gonna do it is I actually bought a separate buckle, okay, and then I bought a jumper buckle for the seat with a sensor that's going to be underneath the seat. And then there's actually a guy out in California that makes the jumpers for the airbags. So he actually makes a jumper connector that bypasses the weight in the seat and allows everything to work, and in case of an accident, of course. But this right here is probably some of the more savings I'm going to be doing as far as weight goes. It did come with like these foam pads that I'll be mounting when I get the cover in. It's just like that. There's adhesive there. There's also a bottom piece. There is a leather cover you can find on the website. I bought it all as a bundle. That is just all black. It actually doesn't look that bad. It'll kind of match the car as well. That it's on back order. So once that comes in, I'm going to go ahead and mount everything up. And then I'm going to do another video of how to remove a seat, the jumpers for all the connectors. This obviously being a new gen charger, it has a lot of different things as far as like weight sensors, airbag sensors, seatbelt sensors, stuff like that. But this right here alone will save me roughly 50 pounds, give or take. Opposed to the heavy seat that's already in there. I think that's pretty good. I got everything, by the way. The seat, the pad, and the cover was about $130, and then the bracket itself was $150. I got that one off eBay. The guy has a whole eBay page on all the stuff that he does as far as like brackets and stuff like that goes. And then the other project I'm doing is I'm going to do a true dual 3-inch exhaust. So I bought they're the Flowmaster FX deep mellow single path mid mufflers. So these both will be going in the same location as like a mid muffler in an RT goes. And with the 3-inch exhaust, not only will this get rid of that annoying rasp, because that's one thing right now is the car doesn't sound bad, You guys have probably watched some videos where I'm doing like 0-60s or even some outside views of me at the track. It doesn't sound too bad, but when you're actually in the cab, between like 3 and like 4,500 RPMs, there's this like really like tingy, almost like loose metal sound from the Y pipe, like scavenging, like from the exhaust. It's still being totally basically factory exhaust, other than the catless down pipes or mid pipes, whatever you want to call them, coming off the monoport. Basically, it's all stock. I have one of these mid mufflers in place of that one. Only it's a 2.25 inch. It's not a 3 inch. And then it splits off at the end, and I have two resonators and resonated 3-inch tips. I'll also be going back to the 5-inch tips, which I'm really excited about because I like the look of that better. Once I go true dual. So this is what's going to look like in the bottom. It's offset and center. And I bought all the appropriate piping for the exhaust, obviously. But I'll be getting that installed the same time I redo the crank pulley. Unfortunately, I was not one of the first ones, but I did my crank pulley very quickly when it was available. Basically, like a week after I got it, I got it installed, and it was the non-revised model. So evidently, it started leaking from just kind of the design, not so much the installation. The installation only took maybe an hour. So I'm just waiting on the revised one. I'm gonna go into the shop. I'm gonna get that redone, and then we're also gonna do the exhaust. I do have a piece of 10-inch inner diameter. There we go. Just to give you an idea. But I'll be doing two of these all the way back, so the exhaust will take one path all the way back to the end, which will sound a lot deeper. It'll actually probably open up a little bit because there's not going to be that much restriction. And I know a lot of you guys are going to start talking about back pressure, and a lot of you guys are going to start talking about AFR and not being wideband and all that other stuff. I'm in the process of going wideband. Right now, we have it tuned in really well. The sensors are taking it. It seems to be pretty well, so I'm not really complaining a lot. Once I get a lot of this stuff done, I'll reevaluate to see if the tune's still well. I'm gonna check my AFR, see what it does. Shouldn't affect it a lot, but I'm just after that sound being gone, because that's like one of the most annoying things I've been through with this car yet. As soon as I got it done, I was like, oh, what have I done? We tried to correct it. We were able to dent it a little bit, but it still sounds super, super raspy, certain RPMs. So we're going to dial that in. We're going to get the seat done. I'm going to actually cut this bracket. I have to make a plate for the bottom of the seat to mount to the bracket. Once I get that done, that complete, I'll have to take the seat out, and it'll be stationary mounted, which isn't a huge deal because I'm really the only one that drives this car. So I'll just kind of set it up to where I want it, and then we'll take it out and pre-cut it, and we'll bolt it all together. I'll get all the sensors jumped, and it's gonna be dialed right in. And then this exhaust I'm really excited about. So that's basically it, guys. I just want to give you a heads up and kind of just give you a insight what's going on. I think the exhaust will be done. I'm just waiting on the true dual exhaust to come in. I found an aluminized setup for an RT on eBay. It was like $300. It's basically just from the cat back, so it'll still hook up to where the monoport down mid pipes are. It'll go into these guys right here, and then it'll go back into those guys right there. I won't be running a resonator, so should be wide open, and it'll sound really good. There is one car I'm kind of modeling the sound off of. He also has a true dual. He also has the catalyst mid pipes. and his is also 3-inch, and I'm kind of modeling off of that. So a big shout out to you. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. Stay warm, stay safe.